right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast of the Super East semifinal, the first one of the day, which will feature the number 1 seed Army against the number 6 seed Montclair State. And yesterday, Montclair State was able to get the best of Clarkson in a 5-4 great game overall. And Army had the luxury of having a first-round bye in the quarterfinals. They're being the top seed in the Super East. And season series between these two teams, there's a home and home. We had a great game here on a Saturday or a Friday night, and in that game, Montclair State led 2-0 after 2 periods, got into some penalty trouble in the third period, and saw that lead dissipate, and ultimately fell to the Black Knights. And then on Sunday, they traveled up to West Point, and they say that sometimes that the bus never left the station. Well, the bus was late for picking up Montclair State. They got there at game time, lost in a walloping 12-1. So you kind of got to rule that game out based on the circumstances. But the game here, overall, the two teams played hard. It was a competitive game. What do you think about this game today, Charlie?
I think it comes down to every game Montclair has, they got to stay out of the penalty box. They won last night. They killed off 7 penalties, but I don't see the same thing here with this powerful Army team that you're going to be able to kill off 7 power plays. One was a 5-minute major, even though it was a questionable call. I think Montclair has to do what they did in the first 8 minutes of that game last night. They got pucks out. They got pucks in deep, forechecked really, really hard, forced some turnovers, and made Clarkson go 200 feet.
And as you said last night, they did kill off 7 penalties, or Clarkson power plays. In the Army game that was here earlier in the year that the Redhawks fell in the third period there, they killed off 4 of 6 in the third period. So they got into some penalty trouble at the end. So that seems to be a common theme. Their penalty kill is good, but you can't consistently ask your killers to kill off 7-8 penalties a game or power plays a game. So it should be an interesting matchup. Yesterday, Cam Carmen looked sharp in net. He will get the start in net again. We got some number changes to report today. Will Prince, who wore number 7 yesterday, will be wearing number 29 for the Redhawks. I think that is the only number change we'll see. Emmett Johnstone has been inserted into the lineup today for the Redhawks as well. And Ryan Gorman is out, so that would be the only personnel change from yesterday. Army has the newly named Player of the Year on their roster, and that would be Caleb Kaiser, number 16. So he's definitely a player to keep an eye out for on the Army side. And the Army does have quite a bit of offensive punch. That would be, in addition to Kaiser, you have Charlie Aronoff, who is a fantastic player in his own right, and one of their leading goal scorers up front. And on D, they are pretty strong as well, with Chris Tamer and Anthony Chambers as well. So we're getting set here. Warm-ups are just about over, and we're hoping to bring you a good game. Warm-ups are over. We're just about set. We'll get the starting lineups and anthem today. Special thanks to Montclair State Ice Arena. They were not able to get their PA system up and running, but they did hire a DJ for both games and the championship game tomorrow. So special thanks to our host, Montclair State Arena, for doing that and allowing them to get the PA and the music going. Before we get started, a very special birthday to one of our biggest fans, Robin Prinz, who's actually in the luxury box upstairs next to us. So a very happy birthday to her. So starting lineup for Montclair State. Looks like up front you have the Anthony Oliveri, Will Neal, and Braden Ryan line with Anthony Vela, and Aiden Grange on D. And like I said, Cam Carmen starting in net for the Redhawks. For Army, starting on D would be number 2, Chris Tamer. And they got Charlie Aronoff, and they all just skated to the line. So actually, can't tell who's starting now. So we'll get that to you.
I gotta yell at him.
Oh, I was just spaced out. I didn't hear it.
All right, so we'll get you that Army starting lineup once they get set. Looks like number 31 is in net, and that will be Jackson Siddall. So we got a starting goalie. I know Charlie Aronoff is starting, Chris Tamer is starting. So as soon as they get set, we'll get you the rest of that Army starting lineup. Oh, so correction, starting in net is number 35, Liam Monahan, the freshman from Hanover, Mass. On D, like I said, Chris Tamer. Up front, number 56, Mark Lehman. Number 16, that's Caleb Kaiser. Number 4, Aronoff. And number 17, Anthony Chambers. So the puck is down. Army is able to win that draw. Army comes across the neutral zone, gets the puck in. Quick shot on Carmen, good stop there. Army maintains possession. Puck just chips by Aronoff, and it's chipped out by the Redhawks. Ryan takes a big hit, makes a nice play. Here comes Oliveri. Oliveri sends that pass to no one, and Army starts away with it. Here comes Aronoff. Aronoff shoots, and that is partially deflected by Grange, and Cam Carmen's able to hold on. So just underway here, 19:27 remaining to play in the first period.
If I'm not mistaken, number 2 on Army's dad played for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Chris Tamer. Yep, that is,
right?
You are correct. Yep. I believe he's an Avalanche player as well.
Yeah.
So puck is down, and Redhawks win the faceoff. Kublanski sends that around. That puck gets down, blocked in front by the Redhawks D. Another quick shot and a great save by Carmen, and he's able to hang on. So Army with some early pressure here.
Great glove save.
That's shooting the Redhawks 3-0 in their early going. Carmen has looked sharp so far. Face off to his right. Greg Oliveri will take that draw. Redhawks were able to win that draw, but turn the puck over. That initial shot went wide, kept in by Army. Army sends that puck, and Carmen will hang on again. So first minute of play, Army had the majority of the puck possession. We'll credit them with another shot on goal there, so they're out shooting the Redhawks 4-0. Army wins that draw clean. Aronoff cuts to the middle, and that shot gets deflected out of play, and it'll reset again to the left of Carmen. So a clean face-off win there by Kaiser. Another one back to Aronoff. Leonard takes an elbow. That puck gets tipped on the way in. Carmen makes a nice stop. Army again has it behind the net. They bobble. Puck is turned over. And Aronoff takes a quick shot off the shoulder of Carmen. Puck gets deflected in front. Knocked down by the Redhawks D. And here comes Leonard. Leonard's able to chip the puck just inside the Army zone. And the Army will group as the rest of the Redhawks will change. Here comes a 2-on-2 now. Puck is dropped to Lehman. Puck is still being battled for there. Oh, Army player falls, able to maintain possession of the puck. Tamer takes a shot that goes off the post. The Redhawks on their heels a bit here in the early going of the first period. Still a scoreless game. As Neal comes away with it, unable to get a handle on it, and Army's able to send that puck back deep. Puck sent around behind the net. Army still maintains possession. Cutting to the middle. Good defensive play there. Good stick. And here's Calandrell. Calandrell is able to chip the puck and pin the Army player there. And it gets sent rink wide to Braden Ryan. Braden Ryan on a one-on-one. Get that shot. And a easy save for Liam Monahan, who's able to hang on to that one. So still opening minutes of the first period. 0-0 is the score. Army, I think that was the Redhawks' second shot on net there. So Army out shooting the Redhawks. I have it at 6-2 at the moment. And the Redhawks win that draw. Nodars falls down. And it's a quick 2-on-1 for the Army. Pass across. Good play there by JT Santagit. Gets a stick on that pass to go through there. So good play by Santagit to break up that 2-on-1. Now, Santagit's a guy who hasn't played much during the course of the year. Was inserted in the lineup yesterday. And really was visible and a difference maker out there. Charlie, what do you think?
I agree. Steady. What?
Oh, Castellano had a breakaway. Great save by Monahan.
Gotta go net there. What I like about JT the most is he makes that good first pass.
Yep.
Everyone's always stick to stick.
Very important. He had a couple good, defensive one-on-ones yesterday. Broke up a 2-on-1 like we just saw. So Santagit definitely coming on strong towards the end of the season. 16:30 remaining in the first period. 0-0 tie. We just saw a partial breakaway for Castellano. Castellano was able to get a shot off. Great save by Monahan. So the Redhawks with their best chance of the afternoon so far. Face off to the left of Carmen. And that's won by the Redhawks. Aiden Grange has it. He chips the puck to his centerman. And he comes away with it. Skates behind the net. He'll send that puck out into the neutral zone. Leonard's on it. Leonard makes a great play on the forecheck. Knocks that puck back behind the Army net. Leonard loses control and Army comes out. Chipped in off the wall. Good play there by Red Hawk back checker. Army now with it. Good hit by Leonard on the half wall. Leonard's been very physical so far in the early going. And then we're going to have our first penalty there. It looks like Vela interfered with the Army player going for the puck. Calls it a trip. So Vela will go. And then we'll see our first power play of the afternoon for Army. And just like we talked about in our pregame, this is something that the Redhawks really need to avoid. Taking penalties. So the Redhawks will have to kill this off early. We're about 5 minutes into the first period. Face-off won by Army. Army has control. Oliveri trying to pressure, makes a good play there, chips the puck out, and here comes Libros. Libros coming down the left wing side, gets a shot, puts that right into the belly of Monahan, and a good save there. So Libros applying some pressure offensively when they're killing. 15:26 remaining in the first period, 1:44 remaining on the Vela penalty. Oh, so they actually called the penalty not on Vela, my mistake. They called it on the goaltender, Cam Carmen, for tripping. So Cam must have gotten his stick on the feet of the Army player. So that's Cam Carmen with the penalty. Puck comes up to the half wall. Down, quick shot just wide of Carmen. Puck ping-pongs around behind the net, and that is backhanded out. So again, that was a penalty to Cam Carmen, not Vela, for a trip. 1:05 remaining in the Army power play. Redhawks have done a pretty good job of keeping the Black Knights on the perimeter, and some good stick work there. Some active sticks cause the puck to go down the length of the ice. Tamer has it. We'll send that puck up to Lehman. Lehman to the middle. That puck is whistled wide. And Calandrella takes care of the puck. It gets deflected by an Army player. 39 seconds remaining in the Carmen penalty, with 14:20 remaining in the first period.
I mean, the play's all been in Montclair's zone here, but one great chance they had. I mean, Montclair's doing a good job keeping it to the outside and not giving them quality scoring chances.
Yeah, a couple of shots wide, so they're forcing everything to the outside. Puck goes D to D, and across, and another shot wide by Army. So Army having difficulty hitting the net. And they come away with the puck behind. That puck is going to be held onto just a bit longer. It gets cycled down low. They're looking for looked like they were looking for pass to that defender coming in. Aiden Cox spins out there, able to get back to the front and lift the stick. Good timing by Aiden Cox there. Get back and lift the stick, and a clear by the Redhawks, and it looks like they're going to kill off their first penalty. As Monahan plays out to his D-man. It continues to come up and out, and now Grange has it. Grange sends that puck rink wide, and we got a whistle. Not sure what the whistle was for. Hand pass.
That's the only thing I can see there.
So Oliveri, Neal, and Ryan out there for the Redhawks, along with Vela and Grange. And the top line of Lehman, Kaiser, and Aronoff are out there for Army. Puck gets knocked off the stick of Lehman. Lehman sends that puck up to the point, partially deflected through the right in front there. Aronoff has it. Aronoff knocked to the ice by Grange. Quick pass across. Good save there by Carmen, as Lehman was able to get a second opportunity. And a quick shot, right pad save by Carmen. Aronoff has it. Sends that puck across. Grange on it. He's able to contain his man. The loose Army player is able to get to it there. And it looks like that shot was deflected by Braden Ryan and out of play. So 12:28 remaining in the first period. Still scoreless. Redhawks able to kill off the Cam Carmen tripping minor as we get back into the rhythm of 5-on-5 hockey. Army has controlled the majority of the play. Redhawks have had about 2 or 3 quality scoring opportunities themselves, but again having some difficulty getting the puck out. Puck is whistled for icing a little bit early, but it's icing nonetheless, and the puck will come all the way down into the Redhawks' end as we reset here with 12:22 remaining in the first period. Army wins that draw, and they try to set up number 10, Henry Miller, but he's unable to get a handle on it. And here come the Redhawks. Here comes Libros. Libros sends that puck cross crease, and the Army defender crashes into Monahan. Good scoring opportunity there for the Redhawks. The net comes off, and we have a whistle. The faceoff should be inside the Army zone. But a good opportunity there. Libros with a great play. Looks like he was trying to find Greg Oliveri out in front just before the Army defender crashed into his own netminder.
Sorry about that. We had a double book in one of the games.
Uh-oh. Army wins that draw. The Redhawks are on it. They apply some pressure. Here comes Army. He sends that headman that puck outside the zone. Another shot wide. Again, Army having trouble hitting the net here. And on it is Ryan Calandrello. Calandrello, quick stop. Great move there. Carrying the puck. Loses the puck. Quick 2-on-1 there. Going to the net. Good stick by Carmen. Here come the Redhawks. Castellano has it. Castellano is going to shoot that puck on Monahan. Monahan will keep that close to the vest and get a whistle.
Not much action here in the first half of the first period. Just a lot of missed shots, pucks down there, but Montclair's doing a good job picking up the guys in front, getting to those rebounds, which is the other thing. Yeah,
so there's there is a, I guess I don't want to say it's an Ingham strategy, but Army missing the net it seems like it's being forced because the Redhawks are keeping him to the outside. They're not really giving him any quality scoring opportunities inside the box there. So they're doing a pretty good job of cutting down on the number of shots that Carmen has to see. The puck comes rink wide and gets chipped in. And behind the net it comes, and Army's able to get that puck up and not out. Leonard has it in the slot. Good save by Monahan. And Army comes away with it.
3-on-2.
It's a 3-on-2. They find Aronoff back door, but he's unable to get a hold of it.
Yeah, turnover at the blue line.
Nice move by the Army player. Just goes over the net. And Army's able to keep that puck in. Carmen makes a right pad stop there. Aronoff is on it. Aronoff sends that puck into some traffic there. And Army maintains possession, and they're able to send that puck into the Redhawks zone. Cox has it. Sends that puck, wobbly puck for Crispino there. Couldn't get a handle on it. And their Black Knights will have to chip that in. Again, a wrap to no one. Gets turned over. Army maintains possession. 9:49 remaining in the first period. Still a scoreless game. Army weaving their way below the goal line. Still have possession of the puck. Attempted hit by Santa to get there. And he gets knocked to the ice. Cox has it. He'll send that puck off the glass. That puck gets touched by Billy Parsley. Comes just inside the Army zone. No icing there. Longo on it. Longo is able to maintain possession for a second before his stick is knocked out of his hands. And away comes Army. Quick one-on-one here. Good play there. Good play by Aiden Grange on that one-on-one to step up. And he's able to lift and elevate that puck out. Army has to wait till they're on sides, and they're forced to regroup. Another good step by Grange. He thwarts that one-on-one. Great point-blank save there by Carmen. That came off the stick of number 70, James Delia. And here comes Tamer. Tamer backhands that puck in on net, and Carmen's able to make that stop there. So a couple turnovers, some scoring opportunities, resulting in scoring opportunities for Army.
We talked about it. So we rim the puck around, they get a scoring chance, and then Grange goes off the glass. The puck at least gets out of the zone.
Yep.
You got to make sure that puck gets out. I always tell our defense, you rim it around, it's just a pass.
Yeah, it's usually going to result in, with their D men looking forward and being able to step down on it, they're going to keep it in 9 out of 10 times if it's rung around. So, direct passes are high off the glass in the defensive zone. So it has to be. So, another thing that we talked about it briefly is just the obvious conditioning and physical advantages of the United States Military Academy. You're not going to outwill or outmuscle the opponent, so Red Hawks have to be a little bit more strategic in their attack here. Game hasn't been overly physical to this point, which is probably a bonus for Montclair State. But they've initiated some of that physical play. Leonard and Santagit being prime examples of guys who are, attempting to throw the body around.
Remember, the old rule is you're just there to separate the man from the puck. You don't need it doesn't need to be Scott Stevens.
Yep.
Just separate and slow him down.
Oliveri wins that draw. Quick shot just gets deflected wide of Monahan. And Army maintains possession as they break out. They send that puck up to Delia. Delia weaving his way in. Will drop that puck to Ben Goucher. And still with it is Army. They'll backhand it. Good deflection by Delia on Carmen. Carmen's able to make that stop. Another save by Carmen as the Red Hawk defender is propelled into the net. Carmen makes another stop and we'll get a whistle.
Carmen's been the story here in the first period.
Yeah, it looked like Kublansky lost that puck in his feet. Didn't know where it was, and if you have your head down looking at your feet in front of the net, you're in trouble. So Army takes advantage of that opportunity. And Kublansky's another guy that had a pretty good game yesterday.
As the whole defense did.
Yeah.
I thought they were solid last night. I thought Grange was really good last night. I thought Cox was really good last night. Calandrella was always good.
Yeah. So the Red Hawks pretty strong on the blue line as Vela sends that puck around. Puck gets elevated out and onto this Castellano. So best scoring chances so far. Joey Castellano had 2 good scoring chances. Libros had 1. Greg Oliveri had 1. So Red Hawks did have some opportunities so far. It's been mostly Army to this point. That puck gets sidestepped by Kaiser. Kaiser sends that puck to the slot. Libros gets a stick on it. Good block there by Grange. Libros able to backhand that puck ahead, but Castellano had to recalculate his route. And the Red Hawks have it now. And send that puck up and out. Away with it came Parsley. Leonard sends that puck in on Monahan. Monahan had a little bit of difficulty with that puck. Looked behind him briefly.
A little bit of knuckle puck. Got to start capitalizing these face-offs in the offensive zone. I don't think they had the same jump they had last night, Montclair, a little. Right?
Yep. Yeah, you're a little lethargic. Prinz is able to win that draw back, has to come out of the zone. And here comes Army. Army, quick shot just wide. It looks like Santagit got a piece of that. That was Henry Miller's attempt at the net. And Santagit was able to get a foot on that puck. Ooh, a high shot off of the shoulder of Carmen there. See if he's all right. It looks like he's good. He's not laboring at all, so looks like he's okay. Red Hawks have it. Oliveri circles back. And now with it is Aiden Cox. Cox has it. He sends that puck just outside the blue line. Army's able to step up and pick that off. Santagit has it now. He loses control, and Oliveri sends it back to Cox. Cox sends that cross ice. And Santagit will get that puck deep. And the two Red Hawk defenders will change. And that puck gets shipped out of play. So last night, the Dave Leonard was able to play today. I know there was some question about it. Leonard received a game misconduct, and he on his hit on Ty Liwa, an unfortunate incident where Liwa had to leave the game. So Leonard is able to play with the game misconduct, and he's eligible today. There's a hit from behind from Army, not called. And puck gets sent in. Behind Carmen. Here comes Kublansky. Army has it. Off the glove of Carmen, batted down in front. And Army's able to maintain possession. A good glove save by Carmen. And again to the point. That puck trickles just wide. Onto the stick of Braden Ryan, who will backhand that puck out. Foot race there for Neal. I think Neal realized he couldn't get there in time and held up, so an icing on Montclair State.
Got to do a better job picking up those points. A lot of shots. We missed the net a lot, but
Yeah.
they're getting their chances.
So I can't see how much time is left. How much time is left exactly? 2:22? 4:22. So 4:22 remaining in the first period. Army has it. Quick one-time attempt, blocked unwillingly. Unwillingly by Braden Ryan. Braden Ryan's still trying to get out to his point man and block that shot. Puck is kept deep by Army. Up to Aronoff. Aronoff takes that shot. Another block by Braden Ryan. And he's able to...
Go for a change.
A bad change by the Red Hawks here. Aronoff has it. He drops it to Lehman. Lehman puts it out on that. Carmen, nice right pad stop. Castellano is able to chip that puck out. And the rest of the Red Hawks will change. Puck gets sent back to Grange. Grange surveys, sends that puck up the wall. Good play there by Kublansky. Keep that puck away from Lehman. Lehman has it, and he finds a short side, and they go up 1-0. So Lehman with a short side goal there. Looked like Carmen was a bit screened on that one, but a turnover inside the zone leads to an Army goal. So Army takes a 1-0 lead with just about 3 minutes left in the first period.
And that's exactly what we spoke to. They just wound the puck around. Puck got kept in. Got to get that puck off the ice.
Yeah, so Red Hawks having trouble getting the puck out of their end for most of the first period here. Puck sent in again by Army. So Army just takes a 1-0 lead on a Lehman goal. And on it is Delia. Delia, nice move behind the net, tries to wrap that puck around. Carmen able to stop that puck. So just over 2 minutes remaining in the first period. 1-0 lead for Army. And Red Hawks will opt to change. Don't know how they got the last change as the away team here, but we don't ask those types of questions up here. It's above our pay grade. Prinz gets set to take the draw to the right of Carmen. Puck is down. Prinz wins that face-off. Another turnover by the Red Hawks. Crispino, good hit there. Grange battles for it behind the net. He's looking for some help. He finds it. Prinz has it. Prinz sends that puck cross ice. Dangerous play there. That puck gets chipped back into the Army end, and the Army comes away with it. Battled for again behind the net. Good play by Aiden Cox. He turns the puck over. Delia has it. And Grange is on it too, so both I'm sorry, that's not Grange. That would be Will Prinz. So Cox has it now. He'll send that puck off the tape. Looks like we got a little bit of a hold there by Vela. So Vela caught up ice a bit. Prinz will send that puck off the wall. Vela has it. He loses it. Sends that puck back again to Prinz. Prinz looking for an outlet. Finds Crispino. Crispino's able to get a stick on it. Redhawks are able to get a change. Here comes Army. Tamer sends that puck just off the stick of Michael Frengman. And here come the Redhawks. Redhawks got the backhand pass out in front to no one. Santiget has it. He chips that puck to Neal. And they turn the puck over in the offensive zone. And here comes Army. Army has it. It's a 1-on-3. Army's still with it.
1-on-5. Somebody got to go.
Yeah, somebody's got to step up and hit it.
There.
And guess who it was that finally did? It was JT Santiget. So another good play by the freshman. A swing and a miss there by Aiden Cox. It was a scoring opportunity for great save by Carmen. So Cox a few turnovers there. Gets a cross-ice pass off the shoulder of Monahan and wide. Braden Ryan on it now as he and an Army player battle for it. Closing seconds of the first period. Greg Oliveri gets that shot blocked. Got away with a hooking penalty there. Oh, maybe he didn't get away with it. Yep, yeah. They got him, so.
He's got to get that puck. He tried to get a shot off with two guys on him. He's got to get that puck in.
He's trying to get a shot, from the blue line outside the dots, too. It's really not a high-quality shot. Just got to get the puck deep. So Redhawks will give Army their second power play of the game. Probably, 10 seconds left there, Mike? 11 seconds left. I see the 1. I see the 0. So hopefully the Redhawks can carry this kill over into the intermission. Good play there. Tie the puck up. Good save there by Carmen. And the horn blows. And the Army will take a 1-0 lead into the locker room. Good period there by Army so far. Redhawks have some work to do. They'll have 1:50 to kill off on an Army power play as they start the second period. And we'll bring you that second period right after the intermission.
Not sure I'm worthy of that.
Yeah, you're already live, so you're already on. So we're back with the second period here. Army leading 1-0. It's still on the power play, and we are very fortunate to have Randy Hurlburt from Marist join us. So Marist, unfortunately, eliminated last evening, but still supporting the Super East and watching some playoff hockey as Army gets a good opportunity in front. Net comes off behind Carmen. So, what did you think about your game last night overall? More specifically about your team.
Well, about my team, we obviously battled. It didn't go the way we wanted. Siena definitely played one of their better games against us. Got us on the run a lot. It was really difficult to break through them, but my team, I couldn't be more proud of my team with how we stuck with it, tried to come back, and just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, the first period goal by Barone was a great one, and it took a 1-0 lead, and then it was kind of a second. You guys kind of led after the first period. As Army takes a quick shot that gets deflected out of play. You guys didn't really control the first period, but took a 1-0 lead, and then second period was all Siena, and the third period was kind of neutral. And,
yeah, except for the end of the third there, we kind of took control, but it's a little too late. Again, I got to give some credit to Siena there, trying to hold us to the red line and not let us through, and play the dump and chase game.
They did trap you well as Tamer takes a shot that gets deflected in on Carmen, and the Redhawks able to clear. Russo and Barone were probably, I would say, your two best players last night for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. Russo definitely played one of his best games of the year, keeping us alive. It just couldn't get enough offense going to really wear them down. And
Maris always a hard-working team, and it's unfortunate that we won't be able to see you play tonight, but we appreciate you coming down, making the hour-and-a-half trip to come watch some hockey in the afternoon here. So Army has it behind the net, still on the power play. Tamer has it now. Puck gets backhanded in on Carmen. Good stop there. Good play by Libros. He's able to stick check Lehman. So Aronoff still has it. Army has it behind the net, sends that puck out. That should just about do it for the Army power play. So what do you think about this game so far, Randy?
well, it's obvious that Army's pretty dominating like they do with most teams. Montclair is definitely doing a good job keeping it out of the net. Just got to get a little bit more consistency with a breakout and a little bit more formatted to go down the ice.
And Charlie we were talking to Charlie between periods, says Redhawks have a break with Will Prince here. See how that plays out. That gets stymied by Army. But Charlie brought up a great point about getting the puck high off the glass, and that's pretty much you said they're one chip away, Charlie?
Yeah, if they could get the Army defensemen are creeping in, as you said, little by little, because they're not getting the puck out of the zone. You catch them flat-footed with a pass off and they can break out and track pucks down. I think that's the way they're going to have to go. They're not good enough. Not saying they're not good enough, but they got to get the pucks out, and it's not working the other way. So hey, maybe take a chance on an icing, but
they're taking the icings anyway.
Right, yeah. So
play there. Carmen makes a great save. Net came off. I think Army thought the puck was in the net, but never crossed the goal line, and they'll play on. So again, if you're just joining us, we have Charlie Crispino, myself, Rob Martinez, and we're joined by Coach Randy Hurlburt from Marist, and enjoying some hockey on a semifinal Super East hockey on a Saturday afternoon. As Army still leads 1-0, and Redhawks were able to kill that late first period, early second period power play. Army just a step ahead there, has to come back out and regroup. Sends that puck rink wide, and they'll chip that puck behind the Redhawk net. Kublanski on it. Unable to get the puck settled, but now he does, and he's able to get that puck chipped up to Oliveri.
And that's the idea we were talking about. Castellano could have had some speed, and then he chipped it up. He had to stop. If he uses the glass, he's behind.
He can continue to skate.
Of go.
Yep.
And with the hybrid icing, it works even better because you can beat the guy to the puck and negate the icing. I would have rather seen him use the glass there instead of
eye
trying
off
to
the
flip in
glass.
middle. I know I'm an old dog.
And that is an old that's the Maris breakout, huh? An eye off the glass. trying to-
It's when we get trapped in our zone, we certainly do work on that in our practices.
And they're all,
A high glass breakout to try and run and gun down the ice.
and traditionally you guys are a speedy team, so it works out well for you.
And with the hybrid icing, it works out even better. You know, the youth level, it's icing, all right? You can't get there, but if you have speed, you can beat it now.
Well, looks like we got a hooking penalty.
There as well.
Trip or a hook, and that is going to be Sandiget. So we're singing he's going to the wrong penalty box too.
Well, yeah, not the whole ones. Sorry, JT, the other one.
There he goes. He got
Ken
the memo.
Danico told me Jocko Mayer used to say to him all the time, Ken, off, glass, out. That's all I want to see you do.
That's all you really need to do as a defenseman to be a steady one. So Sandiget gets a penalty, and Army goes to the third power play. Quick one-time opportunity, changes direction. Carmen's forced to make a save. Puck is held behind the net by the Red Hawks. Army has it. Quick one-time opportunity. Carmen looking for it. Don't know if he has it in his equipment. Yep, he does, as he throws the puck and escapes the rough stuff in front. Carmen, already with a minor penalty, doesn't want to get in any more trouble today. So good opportunity for Army there. Carmen better save. And again, he's been sharp for a period and a half. Official scoring said 9 saves in the first period. I believe it was 16 saves in the first period. So
Yeah, and probably 20 wide.
we're asleep. We're asleep at the shot counter downstairs, I think. So we'll get that changed quick. One-time shot wide, another wide shot. Aronoff shoots the puck wide, and Army will clear the zone by themselves. Red Hawk didn't have to do much to get that puck out of the zone. Tamer has it behind the net. Quick wraparound, good stop by Carmen, and Prinz will backhand
Don't touch it.
that puck, and it's a hand pass.
That's a
He
bad
passed
call,
himself.
though.
Right.
That's a bad call.
Yeah, Ford's the one that did it.
He is the one that passed it to himself, so.
Well, you can see where the smartness of West Point comes in. That other defenseman
Yeah.
skated away for letting him touch it.
Yep,
And they still blew it.
and Aronoff, touched it thinking there wasn't going to be a whistle, and there shouldn't have been. So,
And they're arguing at the spot, and I agree with that. It should be on the other blue line.
yep, and then Aronoff just points right on cue that it should be at the other blue line. So, yep, I'm glad that these young men are on our side because pretty sharp. Aronoff gets tripped coming through the middle. I think they're going to let that go.
Like the call, yep.
And Red Hawks able to clear there. 51 seconds remaining on the Army power play. As the puck comes up, it's a 2-on-2 rush. Army will take it behind the net. Skating across the blue line. I think he's skated the whole length of the ice and then some there without being touched by a Red Hawk stick. Army still with it behind the net. Quick turnaround. Lehman gets called off by Kaiser, out to Aronoff. Aronoff wide. It's sent to the middle, partially deflected. Good play by Aiden Cox to deflect the puck off of Lehman's stick. And that puck gets sent down. That should be close to the end of the minor there on Santiget. And 4 seconds remaining, and Santiget will join. So Red Hawks able to kill another penalty. So that was the third successful kill of the game for Montclair State. And away with it come the Red Hawks, and they'll chip the puck down. We saw this a couple times yesterday, Calandrillo being the first man on the forecheck, and he buries an Army player and gets cross-checked for doing so. So if he's going for a penalty, I think Aronoff should be going too. That was a cross-check right to the back of the neck at Calandrillo. And I don't
I
think
think it's going to be.
it's going to happen. I think Calandrillo is going to be the sole party going to the box. He's
There's
already in
the
there.
Red Hawk lawyer, Anthony Oliveri, there.
He's 0 forever. He hasn't won a case yet.
Yeah,
So.
not hiring him. Not hiring him.
See, being up here is fun. So Calandrillo, they're discussing, I guess, the length of the penalty. Again, yes, for sure it was a penalty on Calandrella, but the retaliation by Aronoff should have been called as well.
Again, not a good penalty.
No.
Not a good penalty. You went in on the forecheck and then take that penalty.
Yeah, it's tough to take these offensive zone penalties
Yeah.
this late in the year in playoffs. You got to limit those opportunities. Unlike Maris a little bit last night, got a little too handsy.
Yeah, he had your number 4. Very excited. Took 3 penalties, so
Yeah.
he argued every one, but
No,
unsuccessfully.
he does a good job with his arguments for sure.
Yeah, he was on the score sheet a few
We
times.
didn't really see aggression type penalties last
No, there were a lot of
There were gameplay penalties. You just like to avoid them.
just attempts to get the puck. It wasn't anything malicious. So here comes Army just crossing the line. We'll send that puck, broken up by Parsley, and Parsley will send that puck all the way down. So Redhawks getting some good experience, playoff experience on killing penalties. They killed 7 off yesterday. This is now their 4th of the game so far. We're not even halfway through. So if they're on pace to match their total from yesterday for sure.
And that's what we talked about, though. Here we go. The same guys are killing the penalties and playing regular shifts and get to the third period. They're out of gas.
To that point, if you notice the names and numbers I'm calling for Army, it's Lehman, Aronoff, and
Right.
Kaiser. They're out there just as much. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I do think Army's in a little bit better condition than Montclair State, but
Also different, though, when you're killing a penalty and then you're on the power play.
good stop there by Carmen. And Caleb Kaiser is able to cut to the net, but Carmen's able to make a pad stop and cover up. Yeah, but the usual suspects out there for Army, it looks like they're predominantly playing, 2 lines.
2 lines,
Yeah.
4D.
Puck face-off won by Army. To the slot, good play by Libros. Libros will send that puck down. The puck is behind the net. Army's still trying to get a handle on it so they could break out. And they'll circle behind their own cage. Sends that puck rink wide. And here they come to the middle. Libros on it again. Gets that puck deflected high up off the glass into the penalty box with Calandrella. Maybe we'll get some brownie points of the linesman for handing him the puck there. But again, a good kill by the Redhawks. Only one real good scoring opportunity on this power play. Oliveri loses that draw. Army sends that puck to the half wall. Still with it behind the net. He sends that puck below the goal line.
50 seconds left to go in this penalty.
We got the
Oh,
Even
it's
up.
over.
penalty is over. So Calandrello is back to full strength. So Redhawks successfully kill 4 penalties today.
11 out of 11 so far in the playoffs.
And Army has to send that puck back deep again. Redhawks need a change here. They've been pinned in their end for a little bit. And Carmen makes a nice stop. Need him to hang on to that there. Army up to the point. Shot through traffic. Good save by Carmen.
Oh.
Great paddle
What a
save
save.
there. Puck's still not out. Shot. And Carmen with a big stop there. So good series of saves by Cam Carmen. Again, keeping the Redhawks in it. Kublancy giving him a little hug there. Saying thank you for not turning my turnover into a goal. So still 1-0 lead for Army. Just about the midway point of the second period.
11:35 left.
Face-off won by Army. Still have possession up at their point. Try to send that puck to the middle. Good stick by Nodars there. Quick one-time opportunity there by Lehman, and that puck finds the back of the net. Great shot by Lehman. Again, a face-off win, puck possession in the Redhawks zone. A tic-tac-toe play. Good shot by Lehman, who's parked in the high slot area. I don't think Carmen saw that one either, so that's 2 that he was screened on. And Army takes a 2-0 lead. I believe that's Lehman's second of the game.
Also appears that Army got a penalty on that.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike, right?
Yeah. This might even be Lehman in the box.
So he's skating in front of the. So Lehman is number 56.
No, so definitely not him. Number 4, it appears to be.
So Aronoff with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So maybe this is a opportunity for the Redhawks to get back in this game down 2-0. And we'll get the official call in a minute here. The puck is down. And the Redhawks have possession. Calandrillo hands that off to Oliveri. Calandrillo again has it. Puck is chipped away by Army. Yep.
Kind of odd to see Army pressing 3 there on a kill and offensive zone.
So Redhawks trying to get some possession. We got an offsides there, but as Calandrillo steps in just ahead. So 10:48 remaining in the second period. Redhawks power play, minute 29 remaining. 2-0 lead for Army. Oliveri takes the draw and Army wins. Sends that puck right through the middle of the ice all the way down. Calandrillo will have to come back and gather behind the net as he'll send the puck back to Braden Ryan. Braden Ryan has it now. Quick cut in front of the net. Waiting for some support. Over to Calandrillo. Off the stick of Oliveri. And Carmen bobbles the puck behind the net. He'll play that to the corner. And Billy Parsley has it. Backhand pass turned over. And
Not much of a power play here.
No, Army's had pretty much possession in the Redhawks end almost the entire time as Neal comes away with it. And we got a penalty, it looks like, on the Redhawks, maybe both of them. So that'll be Parsley, 9:55 remaining in the second period. Oh, that's Braden Ryan. So those will be coincidentals. So you got a cross check and a slash on each of those players and no change in manpower. It'll still be a power play for the Redhawks. Not much time remaining. It's been, most of the time it has been spent in the neutral zone or the Redhawks end on this power play. And Oliveri has it. He'll chip that puck deep. Greg Oliveri on it. Can't get around that Army defender, but passes that puck out front. Great stop by Monahan there. Libros with the opportunity. Good pass, good work by Oliveri to turn the puck over and get that puck to Libros for a quick opportunity. 19 seconds remaining on the power play. 9:39 remaining in the period. Black Knights still up 2-0. Army wins that draw, sends that puck up but not out. Vella's able to keep it in. Castellano. Again, Vella steps in, puck in his feet. Good job by Anthony Vella there. But looking for support, and Oliveri just a little late getting back. He makes a diving play, knocks the puck off the stick of Lehman. And now Greg Oliveri on the forecheck, but Army's able to send that puck the length of the ice. And Grange has it. Grange sends that puck off of a Lehman high stick. Redhawks played it, so there's no whistle. And Libros tries to chip around the incredibly large Army defender, Thamer. Then again, with the Redhawks, everybody's large in comparison. So Army sends the puck. It's a quick 2-on-1 for Army. Quick shot, great save by Carmen. Gets steered to the corner. Tamer attempted to keep that in. Good headman puck up to Neal. Looked like a little bit of an interference there. This puck was slightly ahead of Neal. He never really had possession. But Army comes into the zone again, loses possession of the puck. Puck gets sent right up the ice by Kublansky. On it, Neal beats out the icing. Good job there. Maybe they're listening to you, Charlie. Here comes Army. Kaiser gets the puck taken right off his stick by Santaget. Santaget, great play there. And that gets sent all the way down for icing. 7:57 remaining in the second period. Army with this 2-goal advantage still. Face off to the right of Carmen. Face off technically won by Oliveri, but Army gets to it first. Quick shot. Carmen the save, and we'll get another whistle and a face off to Carmen's right side. Neal's able to backhand that puck deep in the zone. Army unable to control that. Calendro sends that to open ice. Crispino waiting for a big hit there. Gets a piece of the Army player. And Army able to send that puck in, but that puck gets deflected out of play again. So kind of a slow-moving middle part of this period. A lot of whistles.
Since we're on a whistle here, what do you guys think predictions are for the second game today?
Second game, Siena against Sacred Heart. So Charlie saw Sacred Heart more than I did this year.
Yeah.
I think Siena has a speed advantage for sure.
Advantage, yeah. I wasn't overly impressed with. I know Sacred Heart's good. When I saw it, they do turn the puck over if you forecheck them hard.
So I mean, my prediction, I think it's going to be a lot tighter than people think. I think it's all going to come down to goaltending, to be honest with you. So. Dworkowitz will start undoubtedly for Sacred Heart, and McCarthy for Siena. I've seen both of them play good games, and I've seen both of them play, not so good games. So it'll be interesting. I think the speed advantage of Siena will play a huge factor. I think I'm predicting a 1 or 2 goal game at best. Are you making predictions?
I'm not going to make a prediction. I just I do think it's going to be a fairly close game. Both teams obviously have their strengths, and both teams have their weaknesses. It's through the ranking period here. It's Sacred Heart's got a little bit of an edge on Siena, so we'll see what happens.
Stick here, I got tape.
I definitely think it'll be a good game to watch.
As the Army player breaks his stick, and I think it was Castellano that had the puck. I don't think he realized that he had a breakaway if he just kept skating, but he chose to dump the puck. So things unfold at the worst possible times. Sometimes 5:50 remaining in the second period. The 2-0 Army lead.
And as a coach, they're not generating any offense. When do you switch things up a little?
Well, it's a tough thing when you're constantly defensive minded to when's the right time to take the chances, and it's a tough one to answer.
Yeah.
Last night against Siena, it wasn't until mid-third period where we started talking about getting away from our game plan a little bit to spark something, but it's you got to be confident in your players' abilities to be able to make a change. I think Montclair here, just watching this game, they got some speed on the front there where they can take advantage of those high glass breakouts and hopefully catch some Army defensemen sleeping. Because they do tuck down on that blue line quite a bit.
Yeah, they confident.
And they run different forward lines for power plays. Maybe throw a power play forward line out there with 2D, see what happens, just to get something generated. But at this point against a team like Army, you have to get going now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it stays 2-0. That's advantage to Montclair because you get one bad bounce and a goal and stuff like that. But you can't give up another one here.
As Army wins a draw.
No, and Montclair's got to do a little bit better job of making sure they're getting pucks on net when they get the zone. One great thing about Army, you see their shot totals throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime inside that blue line, puck goes on net. You know, wearing down the goaltender and everything else like that, crashing the net, second opportunities. Montclair's got to recognize a little bit of that here and get some more stuff on that entering that blue line.
Just over 5 minutes remaining in the second period. You talked about the amount of shots that Army's had traditionally throughout the year, and if they hit the net on all the shots that they attempted, it would be, they would be in the 80s. So,
I think they have more missed shots than we have shots.
Very true. Calandrello is able to partially deflect that puck as it came into the Red Hawks zone, fired back out into the neutral zone, and sent back in by Army. So Army, when they don't have anything, they're sending that puck deep, and they're trying to grind it out.
Yeah, they want to make Montclair go 200 feet down if that's possible, wear them out.
And that's one thing that I recognize about this, the Siena team yesterday is
in that third period.
In the third period, they were just really trying to trap you guys in your own end and make you skate for it. So they didn't really hesitate in dumping the puck. And Army's doing the same thing here. If they don't have a clear-cut break, they're just sending the puck in. And it's something that Charlie and I have discussed with this Montclair team the whole year is a lot of options to carry and things like that. They force things at the blue line and turn the puck over a lot. So.
Yeah, and Marist is similar to that aspect, and addressing it, especially late in the season here, and doing a better job there in the first half. But it's easy to, old habits are tough to break.
Good shot there by Olivieri, turned aside by Monahan. That was Montclair's first shot in a while. We got two players tangled up to the right as Carmen makes a save there. Nodars on it. He's able to keep the Army player to the perimeter. So puck gets sent up to the point. He weaves through two Red Hawks. Puck's behind. Good play by Calandrello to step up and eliminate that Army player. Shot from the point. Good stop there by Carmen. He'll hang on. So again, Carmen's sharp. Two shots through screens. Couldn't really see. Lehman has both goals for Army. And, just not much offensive opportunities generated by the Red Hawks.
You're already starting to see Montclair, starting to get a guy closer to that blue line in their defensive zone to take advantage of a quick break if possible.
Yeah, they're good at cheating. And the
they just can't get
puck turned aside by Carmen. You see a little bit of a delay in him getting up, and I know that our resident goaltending coach in the room. Here's a 3-on-1 by Parsley. Parsley sends that puck right into the pad of Monahan. 3-on-1, no second opportunity.
Shot's got to be far pad.
Yeah, far pad shot would have been ideal. Pass off pads is something I tried to preach to no avail for many years.
Helped us against Ryder, got us into overtime.
It sure did.
Puck comes out, mishandled by the Army defender. Here's another good opportunity for the Red Hawks. Red Hawks have it again on the regroup, so a little bit more signs of life here. This Army has it. Quick shot, good stop by Carmen again. That puck gets shipped out. Libros a little late getting to the point. Aronoff has it behind the net. He's going to cycle that puck back down low. So again, Army just kind of meticulously keeping that puck deep, making the Red Hawks work to get the puck out. And every time they do, Army is there. So 1:30 remaining in the second period. Still a 2-0 lead for Army on 2 goals by Mark Lehman. One in the first, one in the second. Army has it again. Good shoulder save there by Carmen. An attempt at a break for Castellano. Castellano has to slow down, and there's an interference penalty. So
interference or potential boarding there. Either way, I think it's a 2-minute minor.
Yeah, I mean, Castellano had a height disadvantage with most players in the league, but his disadvantage helped him there a little
Yeah.
bit. So,
They got to do something here on the power play.
yep, so that penalty will go to number 17. That's Anthony Chambers, one of the senior captains for Army. I know he.
Here and here.
I know.
Not sure what Army's there wanting that discussion about.
Head contact, is that 2 and 10?
Not here.
So
No,
it's just 2,
just
right?
2. Yeah,
Just 2.
and it's at the discretion of the rest. So I think he'll just get a 2-minute penalty.
You could end
1-11.
up with a 2 or a 5 on that. I would say 2 and 10, like you'd see.
Yeah,
traditionally.
okay. I mean, like I said, Castellano's, his head is up to most people's shoulders in the league anyway. So can't really fault Chambers there for the hit. But you can't do that. So Redhawks will get another power play opportunity just out of the reach of Neal. Neal battles for it. Quick stop behind the net, and Army will send that puck the length
Really
of the
gotta be
ice.
on that puck there. You can't
Yeah.
throw away that offensive zone like we just saw, allow him to shoot it straight down.
Got to have 2 guys.
So Redhawks delaying getting out of their zone. Neal will have to send that puck in. That might.
Definitely not.
Yep, that's it wasn't a little close.
That's a tough one. I would have thought hometown rules would have taken over on that one.
We're visitors.
They are the away
Oh,
team
yeah,
today. Yeah.
You know, hometown rank, let's put it that way.
40 seconds remaining in the period. 1:29 on the Montclair State power play. Look at the size. I mean, look at the size
27.
difference of Layman. Layman's a big boy. That is a
Oh, him.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the goal scorer.
56, yeah.
He's a large specimen there. Calandro weaves behind the net. He'll send that puck up to Oliveri. He rushes the pass right on Layman, and he completes the hat trick. So that is a shorthanded goal from Army, not an advised pass by Oliveri.
I think Anthony gets an assist on that one.
Oh, so not what you need on your power play, especially when you're down 2-0 already. Redhawks trail 3-0 with 25 seconds remaining. The positive is they're still on the power play, but they're down 3-0.
That's a tough one. It's going to be a tough one that Montclair is going to go into that locker room
Yeah.
after this period and say, you know, we got to do better there. I mean, that's definitely a preventable goal.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too, and I know everyone in this room right now is a coach, and you see it from the bench happening, and you just say no, and it just happens anyway. I mean, you're not out on the ice, and you can't see what they see, but sometimes I don't think what they think they see is there. So that was one of those things. I mean, we were just talking about how big Layman was, and there's not much room past him. So just
Like
make
Montclair just took a penalty.
And he certainly
you know,
didn't sneak
I didn't see
into
what
a
it
position
was.
there and steal the puck away.
So we got a penalty on Montclair, and Crispino says it's on Crispino.
I didn't see what it was, but must have did something wrong.
We'll hear about it. So down to 4-on-4.
2 minutes for hooking.
For hooking. So Crispino with a hooking penalty towards the end of the period. It's 4-on-4. The period ends. Again, Army leads 3-0, and the teams will skate 4-on-4 for a bit to start the third period, and Army will go to the power play, and we'll bring you that third period right after the intermission.
So we're back here for the third period. As Army's up 3-0. And there's 8 seconds left in the Army penalty, and they'll be going on the power play. 27, puck behind the net. Power play for Army. 54 seconds left in the power play for Army. Shot blocked by Calandrillo. Out to the point. Shot saved by Carmen. 18:54 left in the third period in the Super East semifinal playoff game. 43 seconds left in the Army power play. We got Prince, Parsley, Calandrillo, and Aiden Cox out for Montclair. Puck back to the point. Over to Tamer. Wide, shot it wide. Out to the middle. Great block by Parsley. I'm going to clear. I think that hurt him a little as he's heading to the bench. 22 seconds left on the Crispino penalty. Army gains the zone. Good tip by Anthony Oliveri. Still didn't get out though. Army in here 3-on-1. Pass over. Shot wide by Army.
And that'll just about do it for the
Yep.
Crispino minor.
That's it. And our top guy's back. And we're off. Rob's many hats. Play-by-play, rink organizer, food organizer,
Yep.
which was just really nice coming in. Diet doesn't work well around Rob.
And Army pops one in. Don't know if Lehman got a piece of that, but shot from the point. So looks like that is going to go to number 27, and that's Bobby Starring. So Redhawks fall to 4-0.
So talking with the Army coach between periods, just what his game plan might look like. He's not changing a thing. He's,
Wouldn't either.
you know, like a lot of us, our teams have difficult to change, and you know, keeping their foot on the gas is the
Message.
the best possibility to get the W here today.
And just, I mean, I've coached in this, especially in this tournament too, when you have the first round bye, and I'm not a big fan of sitting idle while other teams play pretty intense matchups the night before, and didn't know how Army was going to come out, but they came out ready to play today. So
It's always tough. I mean, similar to Clarkstown yesterday. I mean, traditionally bus legs, and the unfortunate part about Clarkstown is school doesn't necessarily provide a bus for them, so a lot of those players did drive last night. I think it definitely showed in their game a little bit, some of their decision making.
that would be a tough trip even to fly. So
Oh, without a doubt.
it's a long way. So I won't miss that bus trip. So Army takes a 4-0 lead early in the third period. You got 3 goals so far from Lehman and 1 from defenseman Bobby Starring. 16:48 remaining in the third period. Puck gets sent out. Oliveri has to circle back as 2 Redhawks were off sides. Kublanski gets that puck in, takes a little bit of a hit there. And the Redhawks have it in the Army end. Shot by Kublanski, turned aside by Monahan. And away comes Army. Army weaving in. Good save by Carmen. Carmen looks for it. And got a whistle, maybe the net's off, so Carmen with that shoulder save.
You know, we talked about earlier that Army's really 2 lines in 4D. Now they got a 4-0 lead. They use more of the bench here in the third period, knowing that you're going to play again tomorrow.
Yeah, I would. I mean, those top 4 or 5 guys that they've been playing the whole game, I would probably rest. And things do happen. Like unfortunately, Carson did lose one of their better players yesterday. Had to get some stitches and stuff like that. So things do happen that you don't anticipate. But I would probably play that 3rd and 4th line. All right, the Castellano finds the back of the net. So it's a 4-1 game now. Good pass there.
It was Greg Oliveri.
So
with the
Greg
behind the back
Oliveri
pass.
threw that puck from behind his back, and Castellano able to convert. So Redhawks not quite
Finished yet.
finished yet. So 15:52 remaining in the third period. Castellano finds the back of the net, and it's a 4-1 game. Longo on the forecheck.
You had a little head scratch together. You just score 4-1, you come out with the fourth line, and you got one shift the whole game.
Yeah.
I guess they are fresh legs.
They are definitely fresh. Good play there. Emmett Johnstone, I think that's just his first shift, right?
Yeah.
First shift of the game. So Johnstone on the puck. Good hit by Crispino. It's a 2-on-2. Vela reaches for the puck. Protected by Army. Army has it behind the net. Tries to backhand that puck, and good play there by Anthony Vela. Vela has it now. Sends that puck to Cox. Cox has it. Can't get a handle on it, and it's turned over. So I am starting to see different numbers out there for Army. It's almost like they can hear us, Charlie.
Yeah. So most coaches think alike.
Puck up but not out. Redhawks again trying to struggling to get the puck out of the zone as that puck goes wide, and Army does the job for them. They'll regroup, and the Redhawks will get a change. Aiden Cox on it. And they're going to call him for a trip.
I'd say that's a weak one here.
Yeah,
Where we are this late in the
his
season.
stick got caught up in the skate. Yes, he did trip, but I don't think he was too stable to begin with there. Braden Ryan forechecking. Redhawks just need to touch the puck here so we can get the whistle. You can't do so still. Here comes Lehman with the hat trick already. That puck gets sent up to the point. Good save by Carmen. 13:55, we're going to get a penalty on Aiden Cox. Army will go to their fifth power play. They are 0 for 4. So Redhawks have been able to successfully kill 11 power
11
plays
in a
in the
row.
last 2 games. So there has been one thing to carry over, whether it be next game or next season. Their penalty kill has been good.
Yes.
So, guess you're used to it.
Well, when you practice something and you do it all the time, you usually get good at it.
So,
You
one,
hope.
Usually. I said usually. I didn't say definitely.
Sure.
I did say usually.
one-time shot by Tamer hits the netting above the net. So, going for the extra point there. It was good, and the face-off will be in the Redhawks zone. 1:51 remaining on the Aiden Cox penalty.
So back to young Tamer there at West Point Stab, played for Penguins, and I still remember an ESPN game where his dad dropped the gloves with Bob
have a
Probert.
breakaway here.
There's a breakaway with Libros.
Robert.
Yeah.
Libros, good save by Monahan. He was getting haggled by Tamer on the back check there. Good job of Tamer not taking a penalty there.
And actually wound up winning the fight. And that was the news of the week.
Yeah, Probert lost.
Yeah,
Usually won to win.
Yeah, not at all. Hats off to even fight him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be me.
His dad was a gamer. He was playing the league for a while.
I don't think him or Domi would have. I would have not attempted either.
I know a little story with Domi after the second Probert
Little
fight.
story. You catch that everyone.
And Domi couldn't get his helmet on for 2 days.
Well, after the Probert
Yeah, I
foot,
was friends with the Ranger trainer, so he couldn't get the helmet on.
his head was so swollen. He did have a big head.
Yeah,
I mean,
he had a big head.
guys with big heads recognize other guys with big heads, and he's
Yeah.
got a big head. So Tamer has it. He weaves through. 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Good save again by Carmen.
But how much room they give him there without even nobody going to him.
You got 12:31 remaining in the third period. Redhawks trail 4-1. You have an early third period goal by Bobby Starring, and then the Redhawks were able to get one from Joe Castellano. We had the the honor to meet Joey Castellano's grandparents
Last night.
yesterday. They joined us in our makeshift broadcast booth.
Yeah, they were doing it for the Italian version.
Yes,
of the
they
game.
did the broadcast in Italian
Yes.
for us. So.
They probably were talking about us, but we just didn't know it.
But they did say we knew exactly who it was when she said their grandson is Castellano. So it was nice to meet them yesterday.
Nice people.
Puck comes in. Delia unable to get it, but the trailer there, number 6, Kai Holm was able to find the back of the net, and it's a 5-1 Army lead. So good play by Delia to get to the net. Good defensive play. It just happened to go right to the stick of Kai Helm. So 5-1 game, 11:54 remaining in the third period. Again, winner of this game advances to the final tomorrow at 4:10, right before the Taylor Swift Bowl tomorrow.
So what's the odds on that? Does she make it back to the
Oh,
Super
man.
Bowl? She's in Japan.
She's going to make it back.
It's a 12-hour flight, though.
I don't think Taylor Swift's flight gets delayed.
No, she flies private. It's still a 12-hour flight.
So
It's interesting. Well, I got to look and see what the odds are.
I think she's great opportunity for the Redhawks shot just wide by Will Prinz. But I think there's more proposition bets for the Super Bowl being on Taylor
absolutely.
Swift than there is.
But I'm
for the
sure there's
actual
one
game.
for her.
Yep. She'll be there.
It's amazing that that's news.
Yep. And amazing that she's making the broadcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
for at a college hockey game. So Army weaves from behind the net. Post held by Carmen. I think we had a tackle on the side of the net. Will Prinz and an Army player go down. Looks like the Army player trying to keep Prinz down. Be honestly surprised if there was no penalties called on that, because that was a lot worse than some of the other stuff we saw. But no call. And Cam Carmen, first one, whenever there's danger around the net, he's out of there. So.
And you got goaltenders who taught that, get out of there?
It wasn't
No,
me.
not you, right?
Wasn't
You
me.
stayed in there?
I was there. I was in
You're
the
the
middle.
Ron Hextall
I was in the
type
middle
of
of
goalie?
it. I had my moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, next door.
The stick is it's a multi-tool. It's like a Swiss Army knife. So
Huh. I always found the blocker to be more.
yeah, the blocker is good too.
Sounds like Hextall, something people said.
Kaiser has it. Shoots short side off the side of the net. Puck gets sent right back through the crease. And Libros is able to chip the puck out. Looks like they're trying to send Castellano. Couldn't get the puck to him. And Army will chip this puck in. Good defensive play there by Calandrillo. Castellano has it again. We'll cut to the middle. It's taken down. Great blocker save by Carmen. Throws his stick, threw everything he had at it. And Army will send that puck back behind the net. 10:13 remaining in the third period. 5-1 Army. Across to Libros. Quick 2-on-1. Good save by Monahan. And Libros gets rubbed out.
Now, how many players does Montclair lose senior-wise this year?
So they have 2 grads that graduate, 2 grad students that are graduating. One that is waiting for an acceptance for grad school is undecided, and 1 senior will be leaving. So I believe that the end of the day, it is just going to be Mike Nodars, Billy Parsley, and Joe Maldonado that will be leaving. So they'll retain most of their team. Oliveri, Anthony will be back for another grad school year. He lost a year because of COVID. So
And is Prince back?
and
No,
Prince will be moving on.
How
So
about the goaltending situation?
Cam Carmen will be back, and Dan Podolian will be graduating. So there'll be 4. Billy Parsley is undecided yet. He's pending a grad school acceptance. So
And the ACHA
and Will
rules
Neal.
is 5 years now
it's
still?
5 years. Yep. So I think the COVID group is just about all those players are pretty much
Yeah, I don't want to see this at the end of the game.
no.
Especially if I'm Army, I don't want to get involved in this.
No, and honestly, if you're the Red Hawks, it's not a fight you're going to win.
No.
So I don't understand.
Just some aggravation and thoughts throughout the game.
Yeah.
If things aren't going their way, it's easier for the kids to start to display that level of frustration here.
Yeah.
And listen, you have two linesmen in there, trying to break it up too. Enough is enough. If you see the official on the right, definitely had his eyes on the whole situation, so he knows exactly the numbers. You see the cage of the Army player there off the face. I'm just hoping that we don't get a major for the Red Hawks there for grabbing the face mask. Cause
Hope he doesn't get a major. He's got a
game tomorrow, yep. So that's number 23. That's Michael Fremgen. So that's one of the players that really hasn't, I don't think, seen much ice today either.
Montclair player went to the locker room, so I'm not sure who.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're going to get him for grabbing the face mask there, and that's an automatic game.
So we have a break here. So I had a little conversation with Kenny today. You guys' opinion, especially we've been around a while. We were talking about the equipment. When a guy like Filipino's got his 5th concussion, who doesn't play a physical type, why more concussions? Is it the equipment? Like, have you seen some of the elbow pads and the shoulder pads?
Personally, I think the concussion, you can get a concussion from going chest to chest with somebody. It doesn't have to be. So I think it's just because they're much faster now. They're much, I think they're stronger. And they're moving at such a high rate of speed.
Yeah. And that's what he said, but the equipment, like if I took my son's elbow pad and smacked my wife in the head with it, I could kill it. Seriously, that's how hard compared to when I played.
Yep.
You haven't
It was
tried.
foam. No, I wouldn't. I love my wife.
That's on video now, too.
I need her.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love her more than, first wife, different story, but no.
I think it's more of the awareness. Obviously the speed of the game is definitely picked up. But the awareness of concussion and the concussion protocol that USA Hockey sent down has really highlighted it. That I know growing up, I probably had 3 or 4 concussions. I didn't even.
That you never knew about.
We just went about our day, took some Advil, and played the next day. So I really think it's the awareness, the heightened awareness of it. Is really.
So in your guys' opinion, you don't think the equipment comes into
It's
factor?
tough to say.
Hard
Football, I think the level of equipment they have, they still have a high rate of concussions,
Right.
but they have, it's very hard materials that are going against each other. You get whiplash in effect there. Equipment, the technology is there.
And I do think, like I said, I think the equipment has come a long way, and they do prevent certain things. And yes, things are a lot harder than they used to be, like you're saying about the elbow pads. But I just think I watch the speed of some of these guys, especially at the highest levels, the NHL guys, and it's like, to me, it looks like if you watch a game from like 1995 and you watch a game now,
it's a big difference.
It's a big difference. I just think even at these levels, kids are moving faster.
Yes.
Right.
They were fast.
I think when everything happens faster, you have less time to react, and you're getting the worst of
you're
some
not
of these
seeing
hits.
things coming.
Yep.
We don't have as much time to prepare
You're
for
not able to
the
brace
check.
for that hit.
And do you think taking the red line helped that or hurt that?
Oh, I think it definitely hurt that.
Right?
Yeah. More speed, again, adding more speed to the game.
Right, not slowing up
And they were concerned, they took the red line out and they did the hybrid icing because they're concerned about guys getting that contact
guy
for
broke
the
the
icing.
ankles and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So, you helped one situation, which is, you're protecting the defenseman now, but you're creating another situation where forwards are leaning in to try to get a stick on something and making themselves vulnerable. So,
Kenny said maybe not lengthening the arena, making it maybe wider on each side would help.
yeah, not
speed
quite
and
Olympic
stuff,
size.
right?
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more time to react and sidestep certain things.
Then it comes down to money that they lose $500 to $1,000 seats that are at the Garden or 700.
So they probably want to make the ring smaller.
Yeah, it's probably smaller. He said though his thing is the old school guys don't want to change it.
Yeah.
It's it's a hard they figure they'll take more physicality out of the game by making it bigger.
The games are a lot less physical
Yeah.
than they used to be. But
and that goes back to way more concussions.
way more concussions, yeah. And I think we have more knee injuries and stuff like that now
Right.
too. Like guys trying to avoid contact and trying to weave through guys, but a lot of times sorting this out here.
Yeah. What time does the next game start?
It starts at 8:00, so it'll be. You got 3 hours between. Might be able to get out of here for a little bit.
Another off-topic question here, Rob. What do you think of the Super East and the projection of the years to come?
Well, I think we're in a good spot now. We're in the process of merging with the Colonial States League, who wants out of the Southeast region, which is great. A great opportunity. It creates 2 divisions, and we've been talking to former teams as well as teams that are in other leagues right now to join the Super East. So the ultimate goal, for me would be to have a split Northeast division, which would have 5 teams in each division. That would be the current Super East, and then maintain the Colonial division, to have their own league playoff, their own standings and things, and it allows us to play non-league games against one another. They're close in vicinity. A lot of our teams play the Colonial teams now already. So we're hoping to get down to, get up to 10 teams. The Army just took a 6-1 lead. But Super East hoping, the top division is split into 2 divisions, get it to 10 teams to change the playoff format up a little bit and maintain that Colonial League as a division of their own, and can get 2 auto bids out of it. So.
To be an outsider, right? You maybe do a preseason tournament with
Yep.
both leagues somewhere.
And the Colonial States League has reached out, and I have to reach out to all of our teams if they are interested in potentially in late March, early April, in getting an all-star game together to play the Colonial against the Super East. So we have to see what the interest level is from our league teams.
We did that back when I was, at the Maka. We used to play another league. They come up and we play an all-star game. It was actually a lot of fun.
As soon as this year, you're looking to get that going?
Yeah, we're looking for this April, and it would be a good way for some of the seniors that are currently playing maybe to get one last game in. So, again, it's geographically it's difficult for teams like Clarkson to do, but we'll see what the interest level is and try to get both of our all-conference, lines that we have and add another line or 2, and get something going on the books for this year and. Do some showcases potentially next year at neutral sites for with the Colonial Division and Northeast Division. So pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think it was the Mocker, and we played one of the other teams down there, and it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. We did
Gave them all-star jerseys.
ACHA did the All-Star Challenge. It went away, of course, with COVID, but they're hoping to bring that back in Westchester next year, where every team in the ACHA D2 level, every league sends a team, and they even send an independent team made up of all players that.
Does ACHA still do showcases or anymore?
Yeah, there's one. I think Cincinnati does one.
I think there was 2 this past year, actually.
Yeah, we're one in St. Louis, right? One in
Chicago area, maybe, and I can't quite remember.
Yeah, so they do one. I know the ACC does one as well. So that puck gets sent onto Carmen. Carmen keeps that puck in play. Oh, it's another turnover there by the Redhawks. So I know we got a little bit sidetracked here, but it's a 6-1 lead for Army. And
For our viewers out there who are parents and stuff, you want to know what your kids will be doing next year and where the league is going, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
so a lot of positive things for the Super East. It's been tough with 7 teams for the past 2 years, but I do think that there's a lot of. Aiden Grange looks like he broke his stick and didn't know what to do with it, but he did the right thing and dropped it. So hopefully he can get a new stick. But it's been tough with the 7 teams with RPI leaving, and then you had NYU and UNH and William Patterson all leave to move up to ACHA 1 level or move geographically closer.
Yeah, the good thing about that, though, is that was a little spread out. Nobody left all at once. It was
yeah, they had a couple of delays.
One year.
Yeah.
It's good to see the Super East looking to grow back what they used to be and really be a formidable opponent.
Yeah, I mean, I would love eventually for it to be that 2 division, and then do a divisional playoff, and then maybe the following week between regionals and playoffs the following weekend or 2 weeks later have a almost like a interdivision playoff with the teams going to regionals, just to keep them fresh, because that gap, and I know, Randy, you've been a part of it too, that gap between playoffs and regionals is a long gap.
No, it's tough for sure. It's keep the kids into it, keep them competitive, and you can only do so much in practice to maintain that edge.
Yeah, and regionals is tough because it's one and done. So if you lose that game, you go home, and you want to keep them kind of focused in that game mentality. So, but it definitely opens the door. Happy to have the Colonial wanting to merge and take the Super East name too. So,
So don't do any showcase in the Northeast? It used to be one down in Pennsylvania all the time.
I actually think that UMass did one this year, and the Florida Gulf Coast came up, so they had a couple of independent teams that came in. So UMass did host one at the Mullins Center this year. But it'll be a good opportunity for some of these arenas too. I know in the Colonial, I don't know if you've been out to the Lancaster area, that's Millersville, and they have a nice little setting that not a lot of people get out to that part of the country, and it's I know that they're always looking for things to fill their sheets there, because they don't have that many travel organizations or things going on. So it'd be a good opportunity for people to get away for a weekend, maybe play 3 games.
So when does the Super East start? League play? What month about?
I mean, most of the teams start like first week of October. But we play games.
I'm generally late September.
Late September, yeah.
So maybe you guys did a kickoff showcase somewhere at the middle of September, like a preseason.
Yep.
So there's enough ranks around here.
It is. All that's a lot, tough to do, because rankings are always, all that counts towards rankings. So you got to be careful with what your preseason looks like.
Right.
Our preseason, what we do is, because you are technically allowed preseason games, but what we do is we'll play an ACHA 1 team that doesn't count towards the rankings and a 3 team. So you're kind of playing, quote unquote, above your head and maybe a step below, but it gives you an opportunity to maybe dress some more guys and play 2 games that don't count against rankings.
Yeah, we did that this year at Marist. We played a D3 team, played an AAU team as well, but it's just to get our feet wet, to see where we're at, and kind of develop moving forward.
Rankings-wise can hurt you losing to a team.
It's a different mindset when you're coaching for rankings versus W's.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of these teams, here comes Kaiser. That was Aronoff to the net. Carmen, nice stop. That one grazes off the head of Carmen. Here comes Crispino. He gets caught from behind.
Good backtrack there by Lehman.
Yeah, good backside pressure. Most players would have gave up on that and just say, we got a defenseman one-on-one.
Simple stick lift.
Yeah, but what you said about coaching for the rankings and building your schedule according to the rankings too. It's traditionally kind of easy to do because you know where the teams are going to be. So if you schedule your RPIs and your UNHs non-league, those are going to be Northeasterns. They're going to be in the top, portion. But the Northeast is so spread out now that you could schedule a team realistically that might have been, great. I take nothing away from UMass, but UMass isn't going to make the NECA playoffs that I heard last year. So, or is a lower seed in the NECA playoffs, and they were in the national championship last year. So. Right. Everyone wants to go play. They want to go play those types of teams, and if they have a down year, it doesn't really help you.
Right.
So that's why I like building, the league numbers up. It really does help because if, it's the law of averages. If you have 4 or 5 teams that are ranked in your league, you're going to play them, twice. So that helps your schedule. But I don't like the computer rankings.
Is that what it's doing now?
Yeah.
No more
It's a
voting?
tough thing. It's definitely a tough thing to get used to. It's a tough thing to get the players to buy into, to be honest with you.
What are they, the crack system?
No. Thankfully, they don't do the crack system.
Because back in my day, the coaches would vote, right?
Yep, and it would be coaches from the representative leagues of the region, and they would the coordinator of that region would be the tie breaking person, and it worked out. It was pretty honest. Some of them were a little.
Well, I have to say, we were 39-1 one year and didn't make the top 4 to go to that.
Yeah,
So we were the 5th seed. I don't know how that happened, but
Well, strength of schedule, I guess, there, huh?
Oh, they played a schedule.
yeah, we played a huge.
Great save there by Carmen on Kaiser. Time winding down. 2:20 remaining in the third period. Great stop there by Carmen.
I need to go like Carmen some food tonight.
Yeah,
Dinner.
he might need an IV
Yeah.
hydration kit there. So
Between last night and tonight.
yeah, he played out. He really has had an outstanding 2 games. I know it's a 6-1 game, but you know he had 2 shots that he couldn't see the first 2. One a turnover for a semi breakaway.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was anyone he go, I really want that one back.
No, he's definitely
Definitely playing his best hockey.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's had it, 1 or 2 off games this year, but for the most part, this is what he's been. He's been pretty good. Braden Ryan brings that puck in. Great stop there by Monahan.
2-on-0, 2-on-1.
Great stick.
Good
Great
defense
stick by
there.
Calandrillo. So that was the lone selection for Montclair State for the first team all conference, and Ryan Calandrillo. Yeah, he's definitely logged a lot of minutes. Had a great year last year, in my last year coaching, and I think he's had such a good year that he's one of the ones that is opting to stay for grad school. So that's a fantastic, holdover there for Montclair State. And his friend Aiden Grange is also staying, which is awesome. So Redhawks look to return most of I think their strongest class is going to be their junior class next year, and that's you got Greg Oliveri, you got Braden Ryan, you got Antonio Crispino, Vela. So they have a very strong junior class next year. 1 minute remaining in the period, not in the game. So Army will advance to play the winner of Sacred Heart and Siena, as Army adds a late goal there. That was number 9, John Sexton. So Army will face the winner of tonight's Sacred Heart and Siena matchup. And it looks, Montclair played that emotional, intense game yesterday. Come back early afternoon today. And just looks like they just ran out of gas.
Didn't have the same jump.
No.
No.
So they did a great job advancing in the playoffs, first time since 2015 advancing, which is a milestone. It's something to hang their hat on for next year. Great job by the coaching staff this year, new coaching staff. And time winding down, you got just under 20 seconds remaining. This puck gets chipped out. Wow, heavy shot over the net. Carmen probably glad it didn't hit him. And that'll just about do it for this game. So again, Army will advance tomorrow, 4:10 p.m. We will bring you that game live tomorrow at 4:10, taking on the winner of the Siena and Sacred Heart game. I want to thank all the Marist staff for being here today in the booth and making the return to come watch the game. Our cameraman, Mike Crisco, and as always, Charlie Crispino, thank you very much for joining us. Happy birthday, Robin Prince, and we'll see you at 8 o'clock.